You also realize, Kingbreaker, that if I kill Neo or while he's giving you alpha before he's done, it doesn't count.
That's okay. Honestly, I'm kind of just happy that you guys have organized this event, right? Because Bountyverse has been like amazing community-wise, and just as being able to have a bit of fun with friends, put bounties on each other. But you've actually got, you got Frank and Neo out here, right? And we always love seeing you guys by the surprise. You know, some of us have to play at like 2 a.m. to see you in lobbies, but you guys have literally organized an event where we can come in and ask all these questions. So I gotta say, props off to you and Zsoltech, like. Absolutely huge, and thank you, Frank, and like Neo as well. Like, this is brilliant. This kind of community engagement is diamond.
Yeah, it's true. Hats off, guys. I think we should, yeah, do this more frequently. So maybe we can make it a regular occurrence. I'll talk with, Small after, but yeah, super awesome to have everyone in here. I think Friday is great for it too.
Would I be able to ask you a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I've got to keep you alive while standing close. Damn it.
Nice.
Wait a second. I'll have to find you again. So I've got so many questions that I want to ask anyway, right? But we're all doing this event where we got to stand next to you, quote Bountyverse, do the whole shtick. But I've got so many questions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Kingbreaker, I don't know. I hear you so loud, man. Is it me or
There you are,
everyone
there you
hears
are, there you are, there you are, I got you. Okay, so I basically want to ask about the AI NPCs. So the NPCs in the game that apparently we're going to have as NFT form, are we not? And then we're going to be able to use them in the game to help build, sell things. They'll have their own, like, lives and objectives and stuff. Because with all the new AI that we've got lately, especially with Claude Code and everything, like, everything's getting expanded, right? So can you tell me like any alpha about the AI agents and beings and stuff that we're supposed to be getting released?
Yeah, for sure. So we currently have interactive NPCs in the open world, and then we're kind of layering in deeper level of logic and intelligence for them. So, for example, one like ramen shop clerk would be trained on a whole, he'd have a whole backstory, and he's like his own individual, and then you could go talk just with voice chat, and they'll respond with natural language, and you'll always get a different answer, kind of thing. So that's the main thing right now in there that we're working on, and then in addition to that, we would have it so that you can be able to program your own NPCs. So in a little UI, you can essentially pick from a set of configurations of like what the NPC is, what they do in the world, and then their backstory and their kind of like lore. So I think that'll be super exciting, and I think it'll be super cool because it'll really make all the NPCs like feel unique and have their own story. And then I think from a gameplay perspective, it's cool because you can obviously have your own NPCs in the open world doing tasks, but also just from more of like an experience perspective, everyone feeling unique, and you could go have a conversation with any NPC and kind of like get a different experience or flavor.
This is awesome because you see all that with like Where the Winds Meet, where they've been experimenting with dialogue, like reacting, using like basic like language model to kind of respond, and seeing how much Claude Code and everything's like really evolving right now, and you guys are going to speed up in a big way, aren't you? I've seen some of the tweets recently explaining it. Like pivoting to AI is going to make these language models you build for these kind of like micro AIs, neural little communities are going to be able to create. Like the evolution of it's going to just get crazy good.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So yeah, we're introducing a lot of cool AI tools, that being one of them. We've been working on for a while. Some with land as well and things like that. So I won't go too deep into that, but it'll span kind of different elements of the game. And I think what you'll be able to do with land is also quite cool that people will, yeah, be really excited about.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Hey Frank, I got one more question.
Yeah.
Okay, round 2, fight.
Yep. We're back.
Alright, so I've got a question. I've got an ask for, let's say, oh, there's so many different aspects. Okay, let's just go with this one. With AVATEK droids, are they going to be part of the beings release for PALs? Or is that going to be something along the same lines of the NPCs? Or are they all in the same collection?
As a collection, you mean? Like, will they be the beings?
Yeah, I don't know whether they're going to be the beings, you know, the next iteration after gens, or whether they're going to be part of a separate release. Because AVATEK droids, obviously, like, they've got their own, like, different unique versions. Construction, you've got the, you know, like, public use, and that kind of stuff, and, you know, the ones that you see in, like you say, the sushi shops and stuff, right? But then you've got actual NPCs as well. So I'm just wondering, are they on a different release category? Because they're also playable as characters and stuff, or...
Yeah, they would likely be different than the beings. We have a few different avatars that we're doing it with right now. There's like the bots we have from the open world demo. I don't know if you saw those. So those will likely be the first version, but yeah, I think it will span across a lot of different character types as we, you know, get more into it and iron it out and figure out all these different applications in the world.
Yeah, I was just wondering, are they also going to be part of airdrops for Trinity holders, or is it going to be a separate drop?
We haven't organized all the drop details yet, so
Okay.
not certain on how all of the distribution will work for that, but definitely open to suggestions if you know, you think something would be cool that we could do.
Oh, like, 100%. I'd love, because I've got like two Trinities rocking right now, 2 4-links. I want to get me some land too. Like, me and Soul G, like, we really leaned into it because the more we saw the zines, open development, because I'm Web 2, right? Like, I came into Web 3 last year. The moment I saw the AAA development, I've gone from, oh no, I may have accidentally killed you. No. Okay, we all gone. I'm gonna go with the question anyway, right? I'm not here for the money, I'm here for the fun. But like, yeah, me and Soul G and that, like, the moment we saw the AAA development on the zines, I'm used to spending like £40, like, you know, like £40 on a game and let it last 3 months. But the moment I saw all the open development AAA and, you know, like the Web3 behind it as well, I'm literally just throwing money at all my Trinities and getting all the cool things I want, because I'm looking forward to being able to, you know, more for the sake of anything, being able to experience as much as I can about the game in all its glory. So that's part of the reason why I purchased so much. I want to get land. I know we're getting land drops as well with Trinity holders and stuff like that. So I want to be able to experience everything possible. So I'm not going to say, hey, give us all airdrops because we're Trinity users. But I would say that I would love the opportunity to experience it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, totally. Thanks for the questions and feedback, and definitely will consider this as we're ironing out all the details to drop the AI NPCs.
This is it. I was a massive fan of playing Where the Winds Meet because of that specific feature. You know, you can talk to NPCs, they react to you, you can have a conversation, they act like a real person. But I can see you're all leaning into Claude Code and everything, so like the level of interaction is going to be on a vaster scale. And also the amount they can act like. They could be able to buy items, sell items, like their own economies, let alone the player economy, right? Like they could create their own layers, technically. So seeing you guys actually go to explore that new, how do I put it, that new frontier is absolutely amazing.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's exciting. It's a lot of change. Yeah, I feel like there's so much possibility now in the world, so we're leaning in, and yeah, we'll start to see some really cool stuff come through in the game.
Yeah, this is
we got a great foundation, so once the open world comes out, there's multiplayer. All the packs items are, you know, configurable.
Yeah.
That's all right around the corner. So
I've got one personal question asked, right? Because a lot of it is me trying to get like development asked, but this is a personal one. Is it going to be possible in the future to buy yours and Phoenix's jackets in game to some extent?
we've been thinking about that. Yeah, I mean, there's essentially we have
both merch and in game, because they're like you and Phoenix have really cool jackets that we've been having our eyes on for a while. Like,
yeah, totally. So I'll drop some Welfa. So we've actually been working on. We have a number of assets in the game that aren't in packs that are more cosmetic, like different pieces of fashion and things that you can put on your car, rims, so on and so forth. So we've been working on essentially a new drop, which will allow people to get all this different kind of apparel and cosmetics.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, so that would be like a new product line we release. And it'll be called Wilder Everydays. So the idea is we'd have a new limited piece drop every day that that works in the game, and it would be more kind of general purpose. Obviously, all the stuff in packs is very focused. So
yeah, that's incredible.
Things like our jackets would be included in that, for example. So they'd be these little micro collections.
Am I allowed to mention something from the open world? And it's not like world ending. It's just a specific place in a subway, and it's a place. Is that possible for me to mention? Because I know NDA.
The subway?
There's a place where you can sell apparel, right? Or where you go in there and it's where you sell apparel. That's really cool. Would that be a cool place to distribute?
Bro. You ask it so much.
We initially had.
Question. It's not really. It's not that much alpha.
This is it. Like, I'm kind of just gonna go for it then. Like, I'm a massive like because the project has so much going for it.
A question.
So, commercial vehicles. I'm always going to lean towards like all the new ranges that are coming out. Like, you got commercial vehicles that are going to be, you know, like your police cars, your fire trucks, your ambulances. Ways that can lean into that roleplay aspect. Because I played a lot of FiveM. You know, like, so GTA roleplay is a huge thing, and there's a whole world for people to experience over here for that, right? Especially with the Bored Ape crowd and all the NFT crowd, they're going to be coming over here as well. Like, those vapes are going to be like gold when the game fully like gets close to full release. They already like peak up to like $200 from $40, but I could see later they're going to be crazy for avatars. Just people are going to want to come in and be their personas. So like, but that also works in, you know, like commercial jobs, right? Like, people want to be the police, people want to be the ambulances. I want to be that, you know, like paramedic helicopter, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, is that a range that's going to be happening in the future soon, or is that something that's a lot? Because I know there's a lot that is on the way and already in the works. Your project is colossal, to say the least. But like commercial vehicles, is that a sooner or later kind of release?
We don't necessarily have those scheduled in, but I think, yeah, based on what you've said, that's a super cool concept. Like, maybe we release these archetypes. You can be a medic or police officer or whatever. You get a kit, and then it's kind of choose your own adventure in that way. So we do have a lot of the assets and things like that, but how commercial vehicles would be introduced is we have a few other which are more like, one is like a leisure vehicle, one's like a racing vehicle. So we have those, and then we have those kind of teed up to launch. But as you've said, yeah, I think that's a super cool idea that would be good to experiment with, of like
I think they would possibly lean into, you know how the AIs lead in with some of the NPCs you'll have, like as assets, like leaning into, because you've already got Woober, right? Woober taxis, absolutely hilarious. But like having the ability to use agents to drive these things and have an income, right? Like setting up your agents to be taxi drivers or setting them up to be vendors. Setting them up to be ambulances, you know, that like when they're in the like creates a job, you like enter a mode when you use those things, and then they create an economy, right? So
Yeah.
my NPC that I have goes around and picks people up. It can make wild off other players by being the taxi in the vicinity that picks them up, right? And having those like economies, it would be outside of me. I could do it as well and role play, but it could lean into the AI as well, because that would be a good way to integrate them as, you know, like living their own existence in the place as well.
That's super cool. Yeah, I love that idea.
Right? Like every time a zine comes out, it's just like a million more questions. Aris,
yeah.
we saw the tuning. We saw the little leak, the sneak peek of the tuning for the cars. Like,
yeah.
I've got a big ask for that actually. Is there a potential for me to let my friends drive my car in races, like either rent or borrow, without having to just, you know, like send my items to their wallets, like that as a feature? Because we've been dabbling with the idea. Because I like the cars and I like tuning, but I'm gonna be terrible at racing. And I got friends that are really good at racing that want to like. My friend literally bought a PC so he could play games like Wilder World. And I'd like to be able to let him be my driver. You know, those kind of interactions and elements between people would be great.
Yeah, that's the idea. You could like tune your car and then other people could race it essentially.
That's amazing, because I could sponsor people. Like,
yeah, there's like a full web tuner as well, so you can tune it in the game or from the web, which is pretty neat. I think Aris probably showed it off.
Yeah, we saw the tuner, and we got a sneak peek. You can see all the categories when you put in all the different tier, you know, like items into the different kind of categories. Blew my brain cells away when I was opening those 50 packs. Like, I was seeing all these different car parts, and my friends were going, "Hey, that's really cool for cars. It does this," and I was like, "It's good." You know, so I've apparently got loads of car parts that's going to be really cool for, like, you know, like fine tuning, handling, racing, traction, all this kind of stuff, which is amazing. But I know my friends are way better drivers than me, and I've been telling my friend about like Aris doing the driving for this project in particular, and he's purely Web 2 in the brain, and he literally wants to. He got his PC like basically a $3,000 PC together just so he could play this game at his top level.
Wow. Yeah, the racing's gonna be super cool.
100%.
Bro, fix your mic, bro.
You pull your mic back. You're
Me?
a little hot. No, King Breaker.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, is it really loud?
Bro.
Did anyone get any good pulls in their pack?
Got a rocket launcher.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Okay, I just unplugged everything and plugged it back in. Hopefully that's better.
A little better. Still a little hot, but.
When you say hot, do you mean it's too loud?
Yeah. Frank is dead. No more questions asking. Right. So we're talking about pack pulls there. Like, I got some wild armor PCs and a lot of legendaries. I was wondering. I've seen a lot of your PCs, Frank. Like the gold like Roman structure. Like some of your artwork pieces are really cool, and I keep seeing the posters around stuff like trenches. And I was kind of hoping it was going to be like a little Easter egg in the packs, right? But is there going to be any potential to get those kind of totems down the line?
I got small, first time ever. Yeah, that's the idea. That would be a part of this other product line we're releasing. So the packs are more focused on like gameplay specific. Obviously, it's the armor, the weapons, the tuning.
Yep.
But we have a lot of apparel and stuff that we'll start releasing as well. That will be, it'll be like a separate product line almost.
That's amazing. And
yeah, so it'll be apparel and things like that.
so along those posters, we also saw the Space Trotter set, which showed some inverted joint legs. Like, I know you got cyber limbs, which is a massive interest to a lot of me and friends. So when I saw that Space Trotter set, my brain went in so many directions. Cause I was like, you're not just doing cyber limbs, but you could potentially be doing reverse joint legs that give you super jumps or something. You know, like they're mechanically. So is there anything you could share about those?
Those are just like different product advertisements, so nothing specifically to the Space Trotters, but yeah, we do have cyber limbs that we haven't implemented yet. But yeah, they're pretty sick. We ultimately have like a big inventory of stuff that we're gonna start releasing more frequently. So
I've heard 2026 is the full steam ahead release for a lot of content.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.